Can you do a side bend to the right?
This way?
Mm-hmm. And how's that feel?
Stiff.
Stiff
in this area.
Stiff in hip. Okay. And let's go side bend to the left.
Right here.
Stiff
right,
and right
stiff
hip.
right there. Yeah.
Stiff and right hip.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
so I get stuck right here.
All right. Now let's go rotate to one side. And how's that feel?
Not bad.
Right rotation. I'll say that's good.
Left, like no chance.
Left, no chance. Go ahead and bring that knee forward and back. Yep, and back and forward. Okay. Now
there's some instability there.
It's some instability, and the foot's not really molding into the ground. It's really just staying up the whole time. Now turn around, face the other way, and then go ahead and bring it back and forth. Yeah, chest tall, chest tall. Just look forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that foot just moves better on that side. Okay, got it. Now, this is what we need from the foot. We need this calcaneus to tip down and come in so these bones can separate so the knee can come in a little bit. And that sets off a nice chain reaction up the body where you naturally be more efficient moving around. The right foot seems to be really stiff. It's not happening at all. Right. So you think about as you bring that knee over and your foot can't flatten out, you see having this shape on your foot, it's not going to be very stable.
No.
Versus when you go down like this, you have a much bigger surface area.
Right.
You will feel more stable. Okay? So this is how we use the wedges. If I want to encourage this heel bone to drop down, I might just put a wedge here to slope it down, and as your body weight goes over on top of it, it would do this. And it will set off a nice chain reaction for this foot to go flatter. Now we can also put it at a different angle if I want to encourage it to go forward and also off the side. Because I want your body to flow versus, you know, I want to keep my abs tight. I don't want any of that. I want things to just move, sort of like when you're swinging the golf. You want loose movement.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit of a heel wedge to help encourage some movement happening at the heel bone, right? Put this right here. Stay heavy on this wedge. Slowly go forward.
Heavy where? Heavy where?
Heavy on the wedge. But look forward, though. Don't look down. Because looking down would actually mess up some of the motion. I'm going to have you slowly go. Staying heavy here.
So watching the foot, it goes a little bit, it feels like it goes a little bit this way. It's flowing down into.
Down. Yeah. And we like to see this knee almost spiraling in a little
Inward.
bit. Good. Now, looks like we're getting some more range of motion.
Right.
We can go further, and we're going to a smoother path.
Yes.
So this is sort of like the highway that I was talking about.
Right.
Versus before, you were kind of wobbling, and you're hitting all these.
So during this process, I'm keeping a little pressure in the wedge.
Mm-hmm. And just allowing the foot to do this. Just allowing the foot to open up into the ground.
Okay.
That looks great. I'm going to put another wedge here. I'm going to see if I can encourage some of these bones to open up to create a more of a flattening shape for you. I'm just going to put it right here. Slowly bring that forward. Slowly bring that forward. And how's this feel for you? Is that okay?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's causing me to move differently. Mm-hmm. It's allowing me to get deeper into, just allowing me to, it feels deeper this way.
Right.
Just feels like I can deeper that way.
Right. Does it feel smoother?
Yes.
That's really what we're about, is getting movement to feel smoother without you having to try hard to get there.
It doesn't stutter as much.
Perfect, good. I like to say it's a cleaner movement.
Yes.
Good.
So this is what I haven't been able to do in my golf swing.
This?
And let these two move like this.
Yeah.
They get stuck, and that causes this to overwork. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now this feels better in the sense of where I'm going.
Right, right.
Good.
And keep your sternum facing forward.
Right.
Because what you would get from this is just like a slight counter rotation on the upper body.
Right.
Because this pelvis go this way, the upper body
Right.
would ideally rotate the other direction. Just like a counter.
To be able to, I can never do this enough. You see that?
Yeah.
Now that feels like I'm way over there and way over here compared to what I'm always like stuck here.
Right. So this feels better for you.
Yeah.
That's good. So let's see what happens if we give you a little bit of encouragement of the heel.
Okay. Knee. Okay, so now I'm starting to feel it in my glute and my pelvis a little bit differently.
That's good. The heel movement opens up the pelvis, especially the glute area. When
Really?
people say they can't feel their glutes working, a lot of times it could be because the pelvis is closed because this heel bone cannot move. So there is definitely a domino effect that goes up to the glute.
So it's just basically this motion, putting pressure down onto the foot and letting it go out.
Yeah, that's one part of it.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what I'm feeling differently.
Yeah. All right, so we just did a small little thing.
Yep.
And let's just see if your body feels any differently moving around. So if you stand right here, let's just see some side bends. Okay, some side bends. Yeah, and how's that feel for you?
Not bad. Feels like the weight is receptive, the foot's more receptive
Right,
to the actual movement.
right. Seems like you're definitely moving a little bit more range of motion here. How's it
Yes.
feel in your...
Good, good, good.
Okay,
It's just cranky in here.
it's all good. Okay,
just-
now let's take a look at some rotation.
Okay.
All right. So good, and then...
So now what I feel there is my foot is a little flatter, spread, and I can go there more.
You can go there more. And then how's the left rotation?
Left's not bad.
Yeah, that was the one.
I don't feel it is flat there.
Yeah, that
Does
was the left one is where you had most of the issue before.
Right.
Like you were really stuck going to the left. Remember that?
Right.
You feel a little looser.
Yeah,
there?
that's better. So I feel like as if I could move this way more fluidly without stuttering.
Good.
Without
So
getting
the
stuck.
reason for that is because of the right foot. Because for you to rotate to the left, you need that right foot to go flat. And that was the foot that was having difficulty flattening out.
This foot was having trouble flattening out.
Yeah. So if you go rotate to the left, that's the right foot that goes flat and the left foot that goes arch.
Yeah, right there. I can feel that tightness right there.
Right.
Yeah. And what I would do, this is my move in golf, I would collapse like that.
Right.
Trying to make my foot go flat.
Right.
Right?
So here's another test we can do. If I put a little bit of wedging here, yep, just like that. Now
Yeah.
try go rotating left.
That feels more restrictive.
More restrictive there?
Yeah.
Got it. And then come out. Now I'm gonna give you a little bit of wedging here. Now try go rotating to the left.
That was more fluid.
More fluid, right?
Yeah.
So we're unlocking a bit more of this heel bone to be able to go into that flattened
Into
position.
where? Flattening like this?
Yeah, because we need that heel bone to tip over and turn inward. And that was what's missing. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's do some more work on this right foot
Okay.
to encourage more of the natural pattern that we should see when it goes flat. And then
Okay.
see if that unlocks more of the
Okay.
left
Yeah.
rotation.
That's where I feel stuck. Like right there. I go that way whenever I play or do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite flow. You know, when I actually take that heel bone and push it that way, it actually flows better.
Yeah. That heel bone needed some movement.
Yeah.
All right. So let's try this now. We're going to bring the right foot in front again. So this time, instead of putting the wedge directly in the back, I'm going to put it like a slight angle to
Okay.
encourage that heel bone to not only go forward, but also to rotate inward.
Okay.
Now
See-
you don't have to think about all this.
Yeah.
It's just going to happen because of the wedging here.
Yeah.
So all you do here, same move, you're just going to bring that knee forward and back. I'm going to give you a little bit more here. Yeah. Nice. Slowly go, slow, slow, slow. Nice. How's that feel?
Good.
Good. Okay, as this heel bone comes down, these bones also need to spread out. So I'm gonna give you a wedge here so we can encourage some opening
Some
here.
spread.
Yeah, but it might not get there right away because maybe it hasn't gone there in a long time and we need to go take it a little bit slow. So slowly bring it over. There you go. There you go. That's a bit better.
Wow. I never get there.
Huh?
I never get there.
You never get there?
I don't get there
Yeah.
when I do what I want to do.
Right.
Now it feels like I'm getting more. I'm getting there more.
Right, like this
See,
is
it
what
feels like right heel's going this way and my foot's going like this.
Right, so this is kind of like, it almost sounds like your body, you knew you wanted this.
Yes.
You just could never get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like that. It feels like that when I'm doing it. Feels like now I could move differently.
Yeah. Yep, don't move too much with the pelvis.
No, I know.
Just let everything else move on its own. I'm just going to help encourage this a little bit here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good. And I might do a little bit of soft tissue work just to
Right.
get some of the muscles to
Right.
loosen up a little bit to help these bones spread out a bit more. Okay, stay heavy on the heel as you go.
Yep.
Good. Look forward, look forward. Good.
So this is just
Relax.
getting into the ground
What do you mean?
differently.
This is you experiencing the flat foot shape of your foot, which
Okay.
is, you need this a lot for
Yeah.
when you're walking, when you're going side to side, when you're rotating. This foot needs to be able to go into this shape, and you just haven't been able to experience this for a long time.
Right.
So what I'm providing is just a stimulus to the nervous system. Is can we experience this again? Just giving that nice feedback for your body, opening up the highway. That looks so much better now. Nice and slow, that's perfect.
I can see the spiral now a little bit without trying to do it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Is this affecting the pelvis too?
Yeah, so when this can spiral, your pelvis naturally would go open up a little bit this way.
I see.
Like you don't
Without
have
trying to do it.
Exactly, that is the biggest key without trying to do it.
Yeah, it's just got to happen.
Yep. I mean, that's sports, right? Sports is about letting the motion flow and happen versus
Oh, no,
there's
no
no
doubt.
time to think about it.
No doubt. We all try.
Yeah, we try to control something that
Yeah.
should be subconscious.
Worst word in the English language, try.
Yeah. Good. Nice. Now I want you to go ahead and straighten out the knee. Now that you have an arch shape, and then now you go forward. And now you can experience this flash.
Okay, so arch, I see it.
Yeah. And then
And
you
now it goes, oh, I see how it moves there. So this part of the foot is, I see. I'm just watching in the mirror there. So that I can see how the foot moves now. Interesting.
Yeah, it goes into these two shapes.
Yeah.
The nice thing about this is that the nervous system is very fast at remembering things that feels good. So I'm gonna have you do the same thing without, it still does it. It still does it.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the wedges are training wheels. You use it to get the feeling, and then you take it away and you replicate the feeling without it.
I don't think my whole foot's been on the ground for years
Yeah,
like that.
that looks good. And let's just see a rotation to the left. Ooh, my God, how's that feel?
That's good. See, I feel like this is because I feel because of that, I can move this way, and it feels like I'm just using the ground a little differently.
You feel more free going to the left. now,
Yes.
Right? Like
Yes.
you have way more range of motion to the left than you had before.
Yes.
And this is not trying, this is just.
No, this is just, that way, that's better.
Right.
That's better. Just the way my feet feel and look and sense.
Right.
So there's not a stutter.
Yeah.
And before there was a little bit of a stutter right here, I'd get stuck, and then I would try and force it.
Right. But now you can twist more evenly through the whole body, so you're not over twisting from here.
Yeah, so what I feel like I'm doing, just to tell you what I feel like I'm moving this way so I can move this way.
Exactly.
It feels like I'm moving this way, so now I can move this way.
Yeah. Put it this way, you need to go and twist to the left.
Right.
If your foot can't twist, something else has to twist.
Right.
So you might over twist here.
Right.
To make up for it. And people will feel tight and stuck here, and they do a lot of opening for the upper chest, but maybe what they really need is just for the foot to open up.
So this is like, whoa, that feels, because this is what I want to feel right here. That's what I want to feel.
Right, you want this feeling.
Right here, yeah. Because now I'm more where I want to be, but this isn't compromised. And before, what I would do is move the foot would be off the ground, and I'd be on my toes right now. Right. So I can't twist, and I'd have to turn like that.
Yeah.
So then I can't engage. But when I do it this way, and I get that feel of that sense, I'm already feeling like, oh man, I can move this way more, you see?